This is your warning. If you're apolitical, and it's something I have to talk about, want to talk about. Now, for the longest time on this channel, I've been apolitical. I've stayed away from politics. I've made it clear that it's not a space for that. But as I grow bigger, I realize that people are going to dig into my alternate Twitter account, which I have advertised, which is political. So instead of them going, you're a hypocrite, here's your politics, I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off. And I want to preface this by saying, I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. What I respect is people willing to have cordial conversations, people who are willing to speak their facts, and even if they have different opinions, agree to disagree. That is my view as a patriot, as an American, and it's honestly gotten tiring seeing the division in my country. See, politically, and I'll rip the Band-Aid off, I'm Republican, but I am not conservative. I'm closer to what you call a classical liberal. Think a 90s Democrat. That's what I am. I disagree with a lot of religious stuff. I do believe in God, but I think the religious right is god-awful. No pun intended. But I also think the left is full of idiots, too. Like, while I am on the right, it's mostly because the people on the left push me there. Because I'm like, yo, I have these thoughts, and they're like, well, since you disagree with me, you are clearly a conservative MAGA hat. And I'm like, okay. It's like, no, because, yes, while I am glad that the right is in charge right now for Joe Biden's entire thing, I'm not exactly supportive. I'm not a dumb dick rider, okay? I'm not a ride or die. I will criticize the government because that is my right as a patriot. I will rightfully call them out when they're doing wrong things. Like, personally, I believe America should have nothing to do with other countries. Just focus on America, okay? But they're not doing that, even though they promised that. So, oops. I will gladly criticize that, as is my right in the First Amendment. But it's annoying, because when I don't dick ride Daddy Trump, the right calls me a liberal. They're like, you're a woke liberal retard. And it's like, no, I'm allowed to disagree. What's wrong with you? Or if I don't go, oh, you must recite the Bible verses and this is for God. And they're like, you're a woke liberal. I'm like, no. And then on the left, if I'm like, yo, I have a different opinion than you and I think what you believe is stupid, they're like, oh, you're a conservative racist, a Nazi. And I'm like, no. And what I'm saying is, it's hard to be someone who doesn't align with either two sides of the dumbass brigade, because they're both stupid in different ways, okay? Now, some may call me a fence sitter, but am I really a fence sitter if I'm willing to punch both sides? Because a fence sitter doesn't take any side, but I'm taking my own side. Because I agree with some on the right, and I agree with some on the left. But I also think they're both stupid at the same time. Because people are stupid. Now, naturally, I will frequently side with the right, because I have common sense, and some of their talking points do resonate with me. But I do agree with the left on some things. Like, I have no problem with gay marriage. I don't care about trans people. They're cool. But it's hard to explain. It's hard. Consider me the right shoe on head, okay? Because I have my beliefs, but both sides hate me, and they both call me insults. So it's like, okay, well, shit, what do I do then? So, yes, politically, I am a Republican classical liberal, because you do not need to be a conservative to be a Republican. Okay? And I'm making this video just to be transparent with you all, because you come to this channel for transparency, and I decided to rip the Band-Aid off and tell you where I stand. So yes, I don't judge you for your sexuality, for what you believe. I don't care about any of that, which is what the right hates me for. But I also think everyone should have opinions, and that you should be able to believe what you want to believe, as long as you don't try to force it down the throats of other people, which is what the left hates me for. So basically what I'm saying is that in my current situation, you just can't win. And this is the only political video I'm going to make. But I'm making it to point out where I stand and what my beliefs are. So basically, let's run it down. I believe in God, not religion. I think America should be first. I am not afraid to criticize the government, no matter who is in charge. I don't care if it's a geriatric dementia patient or an orange man. I think you should be entitled to your opinions, and you're allowed to agree to disagree. I think gay marriage and trans people are fine, as long as, they don't force their opinions on you. I think religion is fine. I just don't agree with it. And most importantly, I know that the higher-ups do not care about us. It doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. They don't care. Okay, they only care about lining their pockets with money. What inspired this video was Critical's video, because in many ways, I do agree with him in that everyone's being an idiot. They're playing sides like it's a giant sports fest, right? Oh, my team will win. My team will win. How about your teams are both stupid? Think for yourself. Use your brain. Don't be afraid to call people out when they're being stupid, okay? Now, I just agree with people who hate America. I am genuinely proud of my country. I am proud to be an American and a patriot. But I will criticize it when I have to. It's why my ideals are very Jeffersonian in retrospect. Thomas Jefferson, I believe in him, smaller federal government, more power to the people, all that. But you gotta think that politicians in this day and age do not have your best interest at heart. And you gotta hold them accountable. God forbid the Epstein files, they haven't released those yet. And a lot of the people on the right are like, it's not that important. It's like, yes, it is. Yes, it fucking is. Okay? And I just had to talk about this because of my unique political stance. Because a lot of people see me, they're like, you're always attacking the left on my alternate Twitter account. Yes, because they say very stupid stuff. But I have been known to criticize the right for being dick-riding idiots. Here's an example. On Twitter, on my alt, someone will be like, breaking news. It's not breaking. It's like 8 months old. Donald Trump has decided to do this. And the whole reply section is people going, finally, based. I'm like, bros, this is 8 months old. It happened already. Are you so stupid that you can't that you don't have the memory? Are you a goldfish? Like, their messiah doesn't, be it Newsom or Trump, says something, and they're like, yes, this must be the truth. This is the reality. Left or right. Use your brain. Left, you are the party of tolerance, aren't you? Then why are you so hateful? The right, you are the party of free thinkers and common sense. Why are you so fucking stupid? Like, I know that a lot of people will probably come after me for this, but here's what I think. Hassan Piker is a fucking asshole and a terrorist. I'll say that. But at the same time, people who refuse to see the fault in MAGA, because there are quite a few faults, are just as bad. Use your brain. God gave it to you for a reason. Be an individual. Individualism is strong. You criticize China for this groupthink. You're doing the exact same thing. Think for yourself. Please, I'm begging you. And I hope my voice reaches those just like me who are looking at both sides like, what the fuck is happening? This is awful. And to those who are outside of America, think of this as an unbiased opinion from someone who is just a normal guy with a normal job, who has his beliefs, but is willing to just talk and chat with everyone, okay? This is what America really is. The people who are going gung-ho about politics and making it their life are idiots. I'll say it, they're idiots. Turn off your brain rot, go outside, and stop being idiots. Because I've seen it. Because yes, the left can be hateful, but I've seen the right being just as hateful. And I'm like, okay, stick versus stick doesn't fix anything, buddy. And I know it's like, oh, well, they did this to us. Yes, they did it to you. But do you have to sink to their level? This is what I'm saying. You don't. You're free to call them out. You're free to have a dialogue. And I know a lot of them go, well, Charlie Kirk was the one who wanted to have a dialogue and he was assassinated for it. That's true. But don't you think he would want you to be like him instead of turning into a radical? Like, yes, I was mad when it happened. I won't lie. I was genuinely mad from all the celebrations that were happening for the sake of an innocent man dying. Like, I was not happy. But at the same time, I'm capable of thinking for myself and not falling into the horde of angry people. All I'm saying is, we need more people in the center. People with their own viewpoints, independence. Even if you're a registered Democrat, Republican, whatever, think for yourself. It's okay to have viewpoints that are on both the right and left and center and diagonal, whatever. That is what being an American is. Criticize your government, criticize people, always have a free thinking mind. You're entitled to your beliefs and your opinions, that's fine. But don't be a brain dead idiot about it, okay? Don't be that person. We don't need that right now. Because, as a friend of mine from another country said, it's basically every 4 years the country gets reversed in one way or another. So we're making no progress. We're going in circles. And it's like, can we please just get together, realize it's not right versus left, but us versus them, and fix this country, please? That's all I have to say. Probably going to lose a few subscribers off this, but whatever. Good luck.